This is Dark Data. So this is a old school style N64 type game where it's a first person shooter. We're going to go over that more in a sec here, but what's really neat is that in the graphic settings you actually have the option to use console or emulator style. So I'm going to pick emulator just because it's a little bit better looking, but I like the touch there of doing, having that option. So there's either multiplayer or character creator, really in-depth character creation. You can play local with a bunch of friends. It would have been nice to have an online mode, but whatever. This is a classic throwback title. So I showed off a couple different game types that are present. We're gonna do team deathmatch just to start here. You can have bots, a bunch of different options for how you want to set the game, and there's a number of different levels. They're actually really interesting and all sort of cheesy and throwbackish, so that's fun. We're gonna start with the Zeus arcade here. We're just gonna pick this player to jump into it fast. There's a whole selection of them that you can choose between, but we just want to jump right into the game because that's a little bit more fun. So yeah, it loads pretty fast. It seems to run really easily because it is sort of a weird throwback title of being N64 style and a first-person shooter. So yeah, we're gonna jump in here. There's a bunch of strange, weird levels you get to play in, and they're actually not bad. The flow of them is a little bit weird, but yeah, it does definitely remind me of a simpler time. And yes, I'm running by enemies because I don't have a gun yet. There we go. Now we're blasting away. The bots are actually fairly decent. I have noticed though, in some of the objective playlists that the bots, some of them do get stuck, it seems, like they get frozen and they can't go anywhere. I haven't noticed that in Deathmatch, but it is something that I wanted to mention because I have seen it. It doesn't appear too often, but yeah, definitely worth mentioning. So there are a number of weapons that are present within the game. Use, you find them across the map, you pick them up, and there's settings to edit if you want to choose different types for the situation that you're battling within. Kind of showed that off, and it's just kind of like a really neat old school type of game. It's got the blocky characters, it's got the silly sort of modes. It's a bit of a satire type thing too, I think, but it's something that shouldn't really exist today, but it's kind of fun that it does, as I keep getting just blasted by bot number 2 off the spawn. But yeah, I kind of been enjoying it. Like I've just been playing it every now and then recently once I got it sent over. I saw it on Twitter. That's one of the, little community managers for COD that I still follow. And I was like, this kind of looks a little bit interesting. And yeah, here we are checking this out. Let's try to get more of these thrown around. It's not throwing them, that's not good. Okay, we'll keep moving along here. I think we got some enemies to shoot in this spot. But yeah, there's a good selection of maps, and I think for like what the general package is, it's not actually bad, especially if you want something to really almost like reminisce about. If you want to play with your friends, get something new that feels old. I mean, this obviously runs better than I imagine those old titles did. I mean, you think of them running really well, but in reality, they really didn't. So it's kind of a nice performing version of that with some competent bots that you can fire at that still do give that feeling of a really old school game, which I kind of enjoy. I mean, they're not super cunning, but they can be smarter and deadlier, which is nice. They do actually, kill you and stuff like that. There we go. Corruptors reign supreme. And then you get like an afterwards spec info thing, so you can kind of see how you did. I died way too much. Oh no, that's the team. Okay, anyways. Not bad at all. So I picked a new character for this one. Got a bit of a beard, there's a little silly thing going on. But yeah, I wanted to show off a different map and a different game type. So as you can see in this one, capture the floppy disk, we have some AI that's just not quite working. And I think that's due to the quantity of players that are present based on the spawns in this. Make for some easy kills, am I right? Anyways, I think it's kind of fun. It's a different sort of thing. It's silly. It doesn't take itself too seriously. A lot of them are not moving this time around. Get it right in the face. And I love like the blocky sort of enemies too. Oh, I've got the floppy disk. I think it's fun for being something that is more nostalgic in its nature. And really, honestly, it seems to be this map with this move where this problem pops up. But I did want to show it off quickly before we switch into another deathmatch. So this is a straight up deathmatch. I picked another new character because, you know, that matters so much when you're in the first person. But anyways, this is another new map. This is showing off a really cool little feature where you can actually go in the vents and paddle people, which is kind of fun. You can shoot out of the vents. Just, again, this is something that's really silly, but feels so strangely nostalgic. You know what, I don't quite know why I have such an attachment to this older generation. I really didn't play too much. I mean, I did Return to Castle Wolfenstein, and I guess the old Rainbow Six titles, GoldenEye. So maybe I did play a few. It's hard to tell because I wasn't like as into gaming at that point. Like I was doing reviews and stuff because I was like a child, but you know what I mean, right? Where this definitely seems to emulate that old school style. And I don't have any guns. I'm gonna die. There we go. But yeah, it's neat. There's a lot of different weapons. A fair selection of maps to it. I kind of hope they add some more content too. That'd be really cool. You know, we got full support for, you know, if you want to do the gamepad, the controller, or you want to do mouse and keyboard, those options are present too, which is nice. Like shooting away the vent there. Bring some intense action that really shouldn't be taken too seriously, but if you want to have your friends over for maybe like, you know, a retro type of night where you're actually able to play something that's a little bit new, this is a really good option for that. You can also play with bots if you're like me and you don't have any friends, so, you know, that's a good thing too. Ugh, I've died. And it's just kind of, it's enjoyable, you know, it's different, it's kind of fun. There isn't a whole lot to it, but, I mean, that's kind of, oh jeez, oh no. Kind of expected considering the type of thing this is. Nice. I think I got somebody with that explosion, right? Let's continue to blast these guys away. And it's easy to tell when you're doing damage. It seems fairly responsive. I mean, it emulates the time very well. Is that what I'm like? That's what I'm mainly trying to get across. This may not look like anything spectacular, but because it's supposed to be something that's like that, it definitely presents it. And I love all the little background things. It's so interesting. See all of that present. I think we get one more match in here. We're jumping into the underground rave, again a deathmatch situation, and you can see more of the vents present, which are just kind of like a fun little side thing to do, you know, going to the vents and shooting at people in there. That's kind of neat. I definitely want to get a gun though. That'll do. Just like silly characters in this as well, and it's nice that you're able to make your own character. You get lots of little options for customization, which is surprising. Lower than I would have expected, but I think they've got a nice little package here. I know the check mark is not to have online, but this would be really cool for online multiplayer as well. Heck, maybe even a console port would just be absolutely hilarious down the line. I think that'd be really cool, and I'd like to check that out. Maybe we even get this, like, you know, get an enhancement on it, 1x enhanced and stuff. It'd be hilarious. But it's pretty intense. I like it. It's fun. Oh, I just got knifed in the face. That's kind of hurtful a little bit. You're not really gonna see too many titles like this. You know, everybody likes to make competent shooters these days, so it's nice to have something that's different, old school, cutting edge, filled with death and danger. Guys with robotic eyes and cigars. You just don't get to see that anymore, right? I mean, it's got some just ridiculous type of weapons in this, which is fun. My main thing, hopefully we get to see some more content, but for what it is and what it provides, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I actually spent a fair bit of time on this one and had a good time doing it. Like I said, fine selection of maps, actually quite a few. Fine selection of game modes. Enjoyable times, and you can reign supreme. Okay, honestly, we need more gameplay, so bonus round time. I'm in like a skull mask face thing. If you didn't pick that up. There we go. Stay in the mines. I want to cause a big boom. Wow, that did not work out in my favor in the slightest. Get some weapons going on here. Oh yeah, this one's got like hover cars. So I don't know if this is like a cyberpunk world or what, but yeah, it does what it wants. Ooh, I got blasted, that guy did. Want some 2-box glove cowboy guy? Seriously, you can do all kinds of silly things with the characters. You can give like hook arms and stuff. I mean, look at these designs. It's hilarious. Where else are you gonna see characters like this? Few games are this bold these days. Or these sporadic with display. Crazy. Ooh, I think I got that guy nuts. Can't tell though, because it's so low polygon. It's retro polygon action. I was kind of hoping to trap that guy with explosives and go. Ooh, got that guy with the knife out of there. That was so sick. I'm gonna use the machine gun. I want to blow somebody up with my mines. Get the tie-dye disco guy down. Hiding up on the ladder there. But yeah, there's not really much verticality to this. You do get some areas you can go to, but mostly a flat run around. Definitely bring it back, that old school action you remember. Die! Get you through the vents, man. Through the vents. Where are you? Get back here. He's in the clothing store. See, look at all these weird posters and stuff. Great. Anyways, we keep rolling along, blasting some people. Oh wow, that guy blew up. I like how there's actually like some particle physics too, because I'm pretty sure that wasn't a thing back in the day. Oh jeez, you know, like the box is moving and everything like that. So that is like a bit of a modern touch, which is nice. But I think this looks fairly old school in my opinion. Something to go grab the lads and play. Yes!